My house, my home is like a bigger hostel. They are calling me Sush.
Oh, so cool.
Are you crazy? Who would do that?
Very
That's
cool.
Gen Z,
Gen Z, I know.
group.
Sushi. So, hello, Auntie, and thank you so much for letting us into your home and making time for us this afternoon. Ambika and I are here with our khidki, and we just want a little peek into what Sushma is all about. This is a freewheeling conversation, really, Auntie, whatever you want to get into. But we would love to just begin with a little how would you introduce yourself? It doesn't need to be designations or any titles, but it could be also because but it is just if you were to describe yourself in one line or a few lines.
First of all, you all are welcome at any time. My house, my home is like a bigger hostel that anyone can walk in at any time.
Amazing.
And have fun. And thank you, and all the best for such a wonderful concept of Khidki and such conversation and kinship. About myself, I would say that I'm Sushma, and I would like to be young, healthy, and fit, and enjoy, and especially want to truly be myself. So I would say that rather than anything else, being from within. So without any egos or without, so as much as the Almighty has created and sent you here, if I can be like that person, you gain experience and on the way. But basically, I'm a traveler in this planet for a while, and until I'm here, I would like to remain as I would say, not intruding in the spaces or leave the spaces either the same or more beautiful than I entered in.
How nice.
So,
Almost that difference between tourist and traveler, right? Where when you engage meaningfully as a traveler, but yet you don't impinge
right.
on this world. How nice.
Never heard a woman say that to be herself.
Huh. Yeah.
Wow, music to my
So this journey, this travel
So
that
it's a
you're
journey,
on.
travel, and then enjoy and make most out of it.
Yeah.
But while you are doing it, if you can connect with people, connect with things, connect with lives. So when I said lives, it could be trees, it could be other creatures, animals, people.
Yes, absolutely.
Connect from the heart as far as you can.
Yeah.
And I believe that in my profession also, that if you connect from your heart, then the people do connect with you.
Yes. We are living in such a different world, no, where connecting from the heart almost feels like, am I showing my weakness or my vulnerability? So I am constantly worried. If I become more human, if I connect more truly, is that going to be seen as a weak point? Is somebody going to take advantage or rather use that against me? Because I think people are constantly judging. So,
I get what you are trying to say, and I would say that you can be vulnerable around people, kins.
yes, yes. Yes.
And for rest of the people, you don't have to worry because you are who you are.
Yeah.
And if someone is trying to take advantage, they may feel that they took advantage. But if you don't let them do that, because you are in your own control,
Yeah.
right? What other person feels, judges, feels it's still you be little open about it because mm, somehow, somewhere, your actions or what you said or
Yeah.
how you behaved
Yeah.
may influence that person. But otherwise, if someone is judging you, that's him, his,
Their
her
prerogative.
problem, and you should not worry about
I
that.
love it. So cool. Yeah, I think you are a prime example of having lived life on your terms, and you still do.
Right.
So, would love to hear what brings you alive, and we can get into your upcoming Kailash Mansarovar trek.
Yeah,
But just generally, want
So
to know.
for me, I am known for taking decisions which people may not take it, like jumps or jumping into something which is not normal
Yeah.
for other people. Like for example, I had steady job, but there was a need in the family, my in-laws family. I left everything and went to United States.
Yeah.
And struggled there, worked. I got my green card after working there for 6-7 years on uh, working visa, HB1 or
Yeah.
H1B.
Yeah.
And I think 2 months after I got my green card, I came
You came
back and
back.
surrendered my green card. So people were, "Are you crazy? Who would do that? Who
Yeah.
would go to US and come back?" And I said I had gone to come back.
Yeah.
Right. Then I was working at United Way in leadership was a position. I was executive director there. Uh, in like everything that I used to travel, like every year I would attend conferences in other countries. I was like, if in Baroda, if someone is taking interviews, like for media,
Yeah.
so in first 5 or first 10, they would take my interview. That kind of fame and
Sure.
name was there.
Yeah.
And then I joined foundation where I chose to be in a smaller place, Mundra, rather
Right.
than being in Ahmedabad.
Yeah.
So again, people thought that, from Baroda, from America to smaller
Yeah.
city in
Yeah.
India, then Baroda. But then from Baroda to Mundra?
Yeah.
But and then came here, and then everyone thought that, oh, I'm energetic, I can still work 15, 16 hours. And I said that, I'm retiring.
Yeah.
So those are the decisions that people may not understand, but
Yeah.
the priorities,
Yes.
especially for family, what you want to do.
Yeah.
So those are the priorities.
You've been
So-
very clear on
right.
what you want to
So
do.
in that way, I'm enjoying my life. I spend time with my family, especially my mother, who will be completing 99
Oh, wow.
this end of July. So I go and spend time with her and be with her and Bai Babi
Yes.
as and when required. Be with other family members when they need. And otherwise pursuing all my hobbies, trekking, theater. I go for movies, I read. I do take up some assignments as and when I'm free.
Yeah.
So gender is something that is close to my heart. So
Yeah.
I do that.
Yeah.
Organizational development, capacity building.
Yeah.
So those kind of trainings I do.
Yeah.
I try to write and
So
enjoy
cool.
my life.
So cool.
Be around young people like you
No, absolutely.
and try to stay young.
So to be in leadership roles and I mean sometimes when we meet somebody and say what do you do, everybody just defines themselves by who they are or what their role is, and that becomes them. And you have been able to own and hold that role, but not let it define you. And not get attached to it or not feel that you would not, like you said, right now you chose to be retired and yet you take up assignments when you want to, so you're not letting just work
Right.
define you, but at the same time,
Right. What I believe is that, you got the experience, you have gained wisdom
Yeah.
on the way, and
Yeah.
not using it, that would be national waste.
Hmm.
So, you need to do something.
Yeah.
Even after studying, I believe that, whether you are gainfully employed or volunteering, but you need to do something. You need to be useful to other people. So similarly, right now, though priorities have changed, but I would like to give back to my fraternity
Yeah.
or wherever I can help. So I'm volunteering with few organizations also.
Yeah.
Upcoming NGOs, I mentor them. So, and that gives me satisfaction. So that is, and then pursuing your hobbies, it's very important. And that keeps me young too. Like
Yeah.
While I was working also, I think when I was consulting, after the retirement, I was still consulting on regular days. At that time, I started attending workshops on theater. And like I was one of the, eldest
Of course.
as far as chronological age was concerned. But then the other people felt that, you are older than us, but we don't feel that way. So they have given me a different name where they feel that they are giving me respect, but at the same time, I'm their age.
Yeah. What name have they given you?
They are calling me Sush.
Oh, so cool. Very
That's
cool.
Gen Z,
Gen Z,
group.
Sush.
So, and then we met. So right now, they all are pursuing their careers either in acting or modeling or in their other fields also. So every few months, everyone comes here. That's why I said that,
Oh, you're
we
surrounded
meet.
by.
And then everyone talks about what they are doing, what their struggles are, and everything. And, I provide that platform to them.
You are there, Dalai Lama.
So, and then being around them makes me happy. And then sometimes we critique each other's work. Somebody has done a small role in the movie, and we say that, okay, you could have done this. Or if they are doing any theater, sometimes I go just to encourage them. I think I watched a few of my friends perform the same drama 5 or 6 times.
Oh.
Just to encourage them.
That's nice.
And then I tell them that this was better
You
this
give
time.
feedback.
or-
Nice. That's so cool.
So even when there is a show,
Yeah.
they ask me that, tell us where we can do better, and I tell them.
Very cool.
Andy, you said that you made decisions that have surprised people, right? You said that you did retirement, and so everyone was like, "Oh, she's working now, and now I'm announcing my retirement." What is that inner compass that is guiding your decisions most of the time?
Like, for example, retiring at 58 had, very emotional a thing that is attached to it. I lost my father when I was in US. I had visited him, went back, and while I was going, he said that, "Beta hu to chalyo." And like exactly within 10 days, 9th day, he was no more. And we had so many plans that we would document this or we will write this. He was a medical doctor by profession, but then he was very much interested in history. So he had written books. So we wanted to document my dadi's proverbs and sayings that she was using. And she had such a vast collection that there is not a single thing that apne chai di. तो उसके ऊपर भी उसके पास proverb होगा, कुछ
Oh,
saying
wow.
होगी.
हाँ.
So we wanted to document, and then suddenly I felt that, you know, things that I wanted to do with him, you know, getting into career and family and being away, I could not do it. And then the grieving with the family that I missed.
Yeah.
So I thought that, you know, I should not leave with such regrets with my mother. So that is the force that I had, inner force that, you know, I would
Yeah.
like to spend as much time as I can and be available to my mother.
So cool. But then, are you continuing that project of documenting these proverbs?
No,
with Auntie?
Proverbs, not because it's been a while, and then he being with her
Yeah,
for a longer
that
period
was-
of time. But what I'm doing right now is collecting memories that about my father.
Oh.
So it's like we used to call him G.
Huh.
So Amara G, આપણા સૌની નજરે.
Oh, so cool. So you're meeting with your
my
family.
my family, and especially I'm trying to retrieve things from my mother right now.
Yeah. And she's acute. I mean, with 99 years of age, she's
She
mentally sharp.
sometimes repeats, but
Huh.
it's very cute and nice because I kind of nudge her
Yeah.
that કેવી રીતે મળ્યા હતા?
Oh, so cool.
How did you choose him, or did he choose you, or
Yeah.
vice versa? And
So cool.
so all the answers she gets,
How
she
was
gives.
that story like? Was it a love marriage for your parents?
It's almost, no, it's arranged but come love, because like she was sharing that in the family they wanted him to get married with someone else.
Oh.
One of the relatives thing. But-
Scandal.
So between his elder brother and Bobby, Bobby wanted him to get married to one of
The
her
other. Oh,
relative.
yeah, yeah.
And my chacha, we used to call him Bapuji. Bapuji was okay.
Yeah.
That, you know, whosoever he wants to.
So he
marry.
chose your mother.
So I asked my mom, why did you say yes, or why were you interested in him? એમના વિચારોને લીધે. My
That's so
father
cool.
was a Gandhian.
Oh,
So,
nice.
and he was quite active, but underground in freedom movement.
Very cool. Was he a good orator?
He was a good orator, but not because he was a doctor. So what he could do is very people would not suspect him, and he had access to all the houses.
Yeah.
So he was the one who would messenger.
So cool. Yeah, that's nice.
How was it like pre-independence? For me, it's such a fascinating thing to hear.
So he would not tell us otherwise, like when we ask, but like it's such a bad thing, but like if he is having fever and then he gets delirium
Yeah.
like quite easily, at that time he would explain and he would narrate things, and we would be so it was such a thing that okay, we want G to continue, but we want his
His
fever
fever
to go down.
Oh no. I understand.
So they got married in 47 only. So it was late for both of them. Like at that time, women would marry quite early.
yeah.
But both of them were like, my father was in his like late 20s, mother was 21, 22.
Did the whole partition and independence, did that had any impact on their marriage or their life?
No, because he had decided, then he had like announced that I don't have, because otherwise, you know, your family get hassled a lot. So he had announced that I don't have anything to do with this family. I'm not in the property, nothing. So maybe that way. But that way, like him, some of his friends, I have heard lots of stories about what they did from my father, and then we have another relative from my in-laws side.
Okay.
He was deep into freedom struggle, and he was captain at in RG Hukumat too, to get Junagadh. So I've heard. But my father wore khadi all his life,
Yeah.
and so did we.
So once a
Most of
Gandhian,
the time.
always a Gandhian, no? And then the whole family lives by the
Yes.
same values. So you have an older brother.
I have, like, I'm the youngest in my family.
Okay.
I have the eldest is brother, and then I have three sisters.
Three sisters. And you were mentioning one sister who's also a fit and a mountaineer like
Yes,
you?
the one who is right now, lives in UK.
Okay.
But she has always been like very active and agile about her thing. So in her bucket list, it was that I want to run half marathon. So right now she is 73. She ran her first half marathon when she was 66, 67.
Oh, very cool. Wow.
And now every year she runs
runs
at least 2, 3.
You do too? Do you run?
I do, but not like her. That she would travel
Oh,
from
wherever.
UK to here just to run Adani Marathon
Oh, wow.
in November.
That's some dedication. There are so many threads I want to pull right now, but before we lose on the Gandhian values, and then does that also continue with your parenting and with your children, or how does it look like for you right now?
Right. I think there are two things. One is Gandhian philosophy that both my parents had imbibed. And my father and Gijubai were good friends. Gijubai and Gijubai's sisters, they were good friends. So there was a big influence of Montessori kind of training in our household. So for us, like, if there is like singular incident where someone was scolded very badly, that happened. So it's like for everyone's life, and the freedom that we all got, like all the sisters. So there was gender equality, equity in our household from very beginning. So I believe that I started traveling by myself when I was barely 6 or 7. My father had adopted Panchayati system as a doctor. So that he would get transferred only in villages, because he thought that there was a real need of medical services in the villages. So he would send us, me and my sister, to nearby city to get the medicine. So we'll have list of like prescription or list of medicine that he needs. And then we would travel. So now I think that he must have told maybe conductor,
these two girls are, I'm sure.
But otherwise,
you would feel so empowered. No, at 6 you are going fetching medicines.
હું તો આમ એકદમ રાજકુમારીની જેમ પહોંચી ગઈ, ખરીદીને આવી ગઈ પાછી. So that way, even for my sister, who is just like 2 years older to me, she would travel every day from Varthed to Bhavnagar to bring the tiffin for my brother, and traveling by, and then go back. But it's the travel and doing it by yourself. So we all were raised that way, that we had freedom, liberty, but at the same time we all knew that it comes with your responsibility. So you had to own your actions.
That's so nice.
So that's how I believe that. So even when I was working to remotest places, I have traveled by myself.
That confidence has been instilled,
it was
you will say, I can do
from the
this.
very beginning.
So tell us about your fitness, and have you always been this fit, and have you always been an athlete, or have you always been an outdoorsy person, or?
Yes, from very beginning, like since I was I can say that I was very skinny
Okay.
when I was growing up.
Yeah.
But in the villages, all running around and everything is part of life
Yeah,
that,
yeah, yeah.
So you do it. Like you are never in the house
Yeah.
in the evening.
Yeah.
You play,
Yeah.
whether it's Amli Pipli or
exactly.
Thappo or whatever. Only when it's dark
You come home.
come home. So that stamina was there. But when I came to, then I got scholarship where I had to study in certain schools, and that's how I came to Bhavnagar when I was in 8th. And we had to study in certain schools. So that's how I was in Gharshala.
Oh, Vijubai School.
Nice. That's where I met Hema.
Oh, okay.
We
No,
were
so
together.
Gharshala is not Gijubai Wadi School.
No, Gijubai, actually Gijubai and Harbai,
Yeah.
both were believing in the same thing. So
Okay, so
Harbai started Gharshala
Okay.
and Gijubai had started Dakshinamurti.
Dakshinamurti, correct.
But it's the same line.
Same line. Okay.
Uh,
Hema is my mom. So they're school friends.
Now I get it.
then when I came to Bhavnagar, I wanted to do everything that I could not do it when I was in village. So I started swimming, I started playing basketball, I joined NCC, all school activities and everything. So swimming, something where I had heard that, okay, there is a competition where you have to travel, you have to swim in sea from Bombay to Surat or something like that.
Okay.
So I thought that it's a long distance. So I started practicing. And
Wow.
then later I found out I was just 12, barely 12 then. That, it's not for girls or it's not for young girls. It was like men's thingy, and then it was not that entire distance. But somehow I had continued swimming, and I was selected to represent the state, Gujarat, at national level too. And Bhavnagar swimming pool would remain open only during summer 3 months. And I had to compete with everyone else.
Yeah, who's constantly training.
Who are constantly training. And still I got selected. So something like that. The same way I was selected for Republic Day parade too. So that way I have been...
Republic Day parade, Delhi Walu.
Delhi Walu.
Oh, okay, nice.
So I went there and he said that you have to give a test if you want to join as a swimmer. I said, okay, I'll give. So he said, 3 length lagana padega. I said, okay. I completed. Aap तैरती hai? I said, no. It was like during school days and college days I swam, but now I'm not swimming. Achhi stamina hai.
Nice.
I said, yes. Because I do other things too.
So
those kind of activities continued, some physical. So I have done my basic and advanced in rock climbing also from Abu. Then at that time I was doing trekking regularly.
Okay.
But then after doing my masters and getting into the career, everything stopped.
yeah.
So every now and then. But I think when I came back from US, I had taken both my kids on a trekking tour. And the younger one was like barely 3.
Oh.
So he would not, like naturally he would not walk, but he wants me only to carry him. So I would have a rucksack on one
and
side.
a 3-year-old also lugged on. So we as females in the workplace and all that, we're very curious to know that when you were at leadership roles at also Adani and elsewhere, you probably were one of the first woman in leadership.
Right. So there, sometimes you have to say, one, I would say that you have to create your image as no nonsense person. So from day one, boundaries are set and boundaries are made known to people. That इनके साथ ऐसा नहीं चलेगा.
Hmm.
So even my staff would know
Yeah.
कि બેન ને આવું તો પૂછાય નહીં.
So was that like a front as a persona? you had to-
Otherwise, like people would say, like I was accessible. I had no door policy.
Okay.
That anyone can walk in with at any time if they have any issue or they would like to consult. So that was there. But like otherwise, straight talk,
Yeah.
work talk.
Yeah.
If you have personal problem, you can discuss with me, but no gossip, no. So even for outside people, and they were like very, I was very strict about that, no gifting or not accepting even like, otherwise, you know, Diwali ke time pe mithai ke dabbe aa jate hain. And I would just say that keep it out and distribute. So someone who has come in
Yeah.
front of him only or her only, I would get it distributed.
Correct,
So
correct.
people knew કે ના બેન તો નહીં જ accept કરે.
Correct, correct.
આમની સાથે આવું નહીં ચાલે.
Correct.
So those were very clear. And even with other men, like sometimes I have said that, so what? Why I was not invited for this party? But ત્યાં બીજા બહેનો નથી. તો મેં કીધું તો શું થયું?
Huh. Yeah.
I would go, I would mingle with them. I would also say if someone is like using the language which is not appropriate, because it's evening, it's
Yeah,
a
yeah.
get together.
Everybody's,
And I said, હું પાછળ છું, જરાક ध्यान રાખજો. It's just making it easy.
Easy and fun and light.
So
Yeah.
I had many friends at leadership role, and they would say, I said, don't forget that I'm here. We don't consider you છોકરી નથી તું. That kind of thing. કે તારી સાથે ચાલે.
Chale. Correct, correct.
But still they all would respect.
Yeah.
So I think that you have to keep your boundaries, make your boundaries, and make people aware about
Yeah.
your boundaries.
तो फिर आंटी कैसे किया मैनेज आपने?
So you keep on giving respect to that person, but then you don't give in. આ તો કરવું જ પડશે. Like if he or anyone would try to dictate કે ના આમ કરીએ, કે સારું સજેશન છે પણ અહીંયા નહીં ચાલે. So when you say it, sometimes even your eyes can communicate. I just stare. And then I look at someone and say, and then continue with the conversation.
That's insane. Wow.
And non-verbal communication can also be so strong.
So strong. I stare at the person, then nod at someone who understands and tell that नहीं समझे, चलो आगे चलिए.
Wow. So cool. You must be having a badass though.
Oh, that's
And-
so, yeah.
And then as if nothing has happened. And see, the main thing is that they are product of their upbringing, and they are product of how they have been raised.
Yeah.
Most of our the gender issues that we face,
Yeah.
or women face,
Yeah.
it's because how they have been raised.
Yeah.
Because घर में से ही, like from the birth, you do this, you don't do this. Work is assigned to girls.
Yeah.
Boys are not allowed to do it. So how you get it? Even like you see it most of the time that husband comes, both are working,
Yeah.
but then mother rushes to
Yes.
kitchen to get everything ready.
Yeah.
So kids see it,
Yeah.
right? And if there is a people helping each other, like I had this kind of dialogue with my husband many a times. He would say, if there is a party, said, તું કશું કરતી નહીં, હું સવારે કરી દઈશ વાસણ.
Yeah.
પણ I said, but સવારે મારે દૂધ ગરમ કરતા પહેલા નથી મેસ જોવું.
Yeah.
So
Correct.
he would like to do it in the morning, બટ સમટાઈમ્સ તને ખબર છે કે હું રાતના કરી નાખવાનું છે એટલે જ તું એવું કહે છે કે તું હું સવારે કરીશ
Yeah.
કાઇન્ડ ઓફ થિંગ સો ઇટ્સ અને હું તને મદદ કરીશ એન્ડ દેટ્સ વેર આઈ વિલ હેવ ઇશ્યુ દેટ
Yeah.
મદદ નહીં આપણા બેયનું કામ છે
Exactly. There's a difference in just that framing.
That subtle attitude is different.
Yeah.
I have 2 boys only. Now I have 2 daughters
Girls, yeah.
also.
Girls.
But both my boys had their responsibility. Whatever little responsibility from 3-4 years
Yeah.
onwards. That, you are supposed to do it. And like if I'm traveling, they would cook like half-cooked things.
Yeah.
They would finish or heat it up and do it.
Yeah.
My elder one is like very finicky about me, about keeping things or folding clothes the way we
Yeah.
learned from my mother.
Yeah. No, I think gender parity will have to begin with the boys and the
Boys.
boys' mothers.
And
How they are-
mothers.
yes, how they
Mothers
raise their
and parents,
sons. Yes,
actually
how
both.
the sons are raised is really going to make a difference too.
And many a times, like girls also, they said, no, who kare nakesh?
Huh.
Why?
By default, I spring up on the dining table, ki, "Acha, let me serve you, let me do it." But that just comes very, I mean, I don't know, somewhere it's instilled or we
So
imbibe.
it gets instilled
Yeah.
because it's in our genes.
We see
that's
that-
like learned behavior,
Films.
and
Yeah.
because that's what we do. You have to be conscious about that, and then do it.
Yeah.
Bring about that change. Then it will come. But
Very cool.
at the same time, if someone asks me that, are you feminist? I would say no.
Really? Why? What is the
Because
distinction?
then pendulum goes on other side and it forgets to come back.
Huh.
And then you are trying to be like men rather than being yourself.
Yes. Yes.
So that's why I'm like so-called feminism I don't believe in. Because you are trying to compete.
Right.
Who says that you need to compete? You are better.
Correct. So you own your femininity, that you are female. You do not have to
Right.
negate that part of you
Right.
to become. What is that one thing that brings you joy?
I would say that being around people, and then if I can be helpful to someone.
Yeah.
And for that, like, there are joy in all smaller things. Like I'm reading one Gujarati novel, Tilor, by Dhruv Bhatt. And there is a conversation between the main character and the birds.
Yeah.
And it brings a smile on my face, just imagining that how it would be.
Yeah.
And that's joy.